Hey y'all. Um, okay, so I said I was going to be doing a video soon. This is unlike any other video I've ever done. Okay, um, I might even lose some subscribers over this. Think I'm nuts or something. So I'm going to start back at the beginning. I never used to believe in the paranormal at all till I went to work in 2008 at a distillery over in Kentucky that had been there since the 1870s, beginning of the 1870s. Part of it's even been there since 1868. Had some strange things happen to me there. You know, walking into a abandoned, completely, I'm the only one in the building, office building, at 3 o'clock in the morning, and drawers slamming shut. The sink turning on by itself that's not motion activated. The headlights on my vehicle as I'm driving through the middle of the campus turning off. I had to physically turn them back on. It wasn't a short or anything. Stuff like that. Getting tapped on the back of my leg, my sleeve being pulled. So, fast forward quite a few years. Well, I saw shadows move out the corner of my eyes and stuff in the middle of the night. But anyway, fast forward a few years. I was living in an apartment just literally around the corner from my parents' house. And the woman living with me at the time kept getting scratched and even burned occasionally. I would be sitting beside her, and she like that, and look behind her. Of course, it's a wall right behind her, and she had about a silver dollar sized burn come up on the back of her neck. I watched it come up. Complain about scratches on her body, and I took pictures of them. I even took video of them watching the welts raise up, and it was always 3 lines. They say that's a mocking of the Holy Trinity, Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit. So then I bought this place, and the very day I was moving into this house, I brought a box into this very room and set it down, and I went back out, and I came back in this room, and there was one of those little, like, almost like a gun safe key on a keychain. The little circular keys. It was laying right in the middle of the floor covered in dust. And it had not been there 30 seconds before. My son has witnessed with me the sink in the bathroom turn on full blast by itself, where you had to go in and physically turn the knob back off. TVs turning on and off by themselves. And my dog has started to react to some moving shadows. Last night, she woke me up, licking me in the face, and she was just shivering, shaking, scared to death. I'll hear the cats sometimes. I thought they were just playing, but occasionally they'll be running away from something that's not there. So, call me crazy, call me whatever you want. I know what I've seen, I know what I've experienced. I'm not some kook that is trying to say something for recognition or anything like that. Well, even back before I worked for that distillery, I lived at when I was married to my first wife, we lived in this house where my oldest daughter said she's seen, it looked like a baby crawling across the wall. We had this little, it was like a robot teddy bear that was in the closet in one of my kids' rooms with no batteries in it, in a seated position. And my daughter called me into her room, said she heard something move in the closet, and opened the closet up, and that robot teddy bear is standing straight up. Just strange things like that. And that was as far back as, well, that was around, I guess that was about the same time I was working at the distillery, about 2008, 2009, in that area. I don't know if all this originated from that distillery. There are documented cases of people dying at that facility. Now, one of them died right before I started there. I was his replacement. He committed suicide there. I had his old locker. I didn't know that at the time. But yeah, I know of at least 3 people that have died at that facility. One of them was a woman back in the 1950s who was working in a bottling facility, who was apparently cheating on her husband, and her husband walked into the building one night, walked up behind her as she was working, and shot her in the back of the head. The first documented one I know of is a guy who was working in the barrel warehouse and got crushed by a barrel. So other than that, I don't know of anything else, but there may have been that just, I didn't find any documentation of it in my research. But I don't know why this happens. I've tried getting things on camera. I did actually get a moan on a digital recording once, but that's all I've ever gotten. I was dog sitting for my parents one time. I was at their house, fell asleep on their bed, and I woke up to a knock on the bedroom door, which was standing open. It was just one single knock. But I grew up in that house. I know what it sounds like when you knock on those doors. And that's what it was a knock. So I got up and I went in the kitchen to get something to drink, and I could see my breath. I had not opened the refrigerator door. I was getting a bottle of water off the counter. It's just been one thing after another for the last, 14 years? And it's really creepy. And my cat's looking under my bed right now, like there's nothing under there. Anyway, I wanted to get it off my chest. I'm the only one that lives here now. It's been that way for months now. I just felt like talking about it. So this will be the only video of this kind that I ever post, hopefully. But there it is. So this has gone way longer than I thought it would. But I'll let you go for now. Any comments or questions? Comment section. Till next time, I'm out, Victoria Karam. Stay safe out there.